The book of Exodus, the second book of the Bible's Old Testament, tells the story of the Israelites' deliverance from slavery in Egypt and their journey to Mount Sinai to receive the Ten Commandments from God. It is a key book in the Bible, as it sets the foundation for the rest of the Bible, its history and its laws. The story begins with the Israelites, who had grown into a large and prosperous community in Egypt, facing increasing oppression and slavery under the Pharaoh. The Pharaoh, fearing the Israelites would become too numerous and powerful, orders that all male Hebrew infants be killed at birth. However, Moses, the son of Hebrew parents, is placed in a basket and sent down the Nile River, where he is found and adopted by the Pharaoh's daughter. Moses is raised as an Egyptian prince, but he later learns of his Hebrew heritage and becomes aware of the plight of his people. God calls Moses to lead his people out of Egypt. Moses initially resists, but eventually accepts his mission with the help of God's miraculous signs. He goes to Pharaoh and demands that he let the Israelites go, but Pharaoh refuses. God then sends plagues upon Egypt, including the Nile turning to blood, frogs, lice, and locusts, and eventually the death of the firstborn of all Egyptians. Pharaoh finally agrees to let the Israelites go, but changes his mind and pursues them with his army. The Israelites escape by crossing the Red Sea, which God parts for them, but closes on the pursuing Egyptians, destroying their army. The Israelites then travel through the wilderness for 40 years, led by God's presence in the form of a pillar of cloud by day and fire by night. During their journey, God provides for the Israelites' needs by giving them manna and quail for food, and water from a rock. He also gives them the Ten Commandments, which serve as the foundation for their moral and legal system. The Israelites also build and worship a golden calf, which angers God, but Moses intervenes and God forgives them. Exodus also includes the construction of the tabernacle, a portable sanctuary for the worship of God, and the institution of the priesthood. God gives Moses detailed instructions for building the tabernacle, including the Ark of the Covenant, the menorah, and the altar. The Israelites are also instructed on how to make sacred garments for the priests and the altar, as well as the rituals and offerings that are to be performed in the tabernacle. The book of Exodus concludes with the Israelites encamped at the foot of Mount Sinai, ready to receive the rest of God's laws and instructions for living as his people. God gives them detailed instructions for building the Ark of the Covenant, the menorah, and the altar. He also gives them the laws of sacrifice and the Sabbath, and the laws of cleanliness and holiness. The book of Exodus is a powerful and transformative story of God's deliverance and guidance. It teaches us about God's power and faithfulness, and it shows us how God can use even the most unlikely of people to accomplish his purposes. It also teaches us about the importance of obedience, faith, and God's laws. In addition to this, the book of Exodus is also known for its depiction of God's power and his relationship with his people. Throughout the story, God demonstrates his power through the plagues he sends on Egypt, the parting of the Red Sea, and the provision of manna and water in the wilderness. This serves to establish God as the all-powerful and all-knowing ruler of the universe and the one true God. The book also emphasizes the importance of obedience and faith in God. Despite the Israelites' repeated disobedience and lack of faith, God remains faithful to them and continues to guide and protect them. This serves as a reminder to readers of the importance of staying true to one's faith and following God's commandments. Exodus also establishes the Israelites as God's chosen people and lays the foundation for their identity as a nation. The laws and instructions given to the Israelites at Mount Sinai serve to establish them as a holy people, set apart from the nations around them. It also lays the foundation for their legal system and way of life, which will be expanded upon in later books of the Bible. The book of Exodus also has important themes such as freedom and liberation, which resonates with the human experience. The story of the Israelites' deliverance from slavery in Egypt, with Moses as the leader, symbolizes the human desire for freedom and the longing for deliverance from oppression. This theme is still relevant today and continues to inspire people to fight for their own freedom and the freedom of others. In conclusion, the book of Exodus tells the story of the Israelites' journey from slavery to freedom and the revelation of the Ten Commandments. It's an essential part of the Bible and has themes that still resonate today. Thank you for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe for more videos like this. Also, don't forget to check out the link below for the artwork in this video. See you next time.